and happy Tuesday. My name is Wendy Lee, and you can find me at CreativeLeeYours.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US and thrilled to have you here with me today for our paper crafting fun. Yay, 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 yay. So, August of 2026. So, if you're watching me when this video premieres, today is Tuesday, August 4th of 2026. And new month, so many things happening, right? Brand new product of the month. So, product of the month you can earn for just $5. $5 when your order reaches $75 or greater before shipping and tax, and any rewards are applied. Um, this month we are featuring the Glow of Harvest Designer Series paper. I think this one's going to sell out. So, just my personal opinion. It might not, but that paper is gorgeous. Wait till you see it. So you're definitely going to want to get your hands on that as soon as possible, right? We also have a brand new all-star video class that we've just released, and we are featuring the Valley in Bloom. Hopefully I say that right. Product suite, and so 12 fantabulous video instructions for great projects, wide variety. Definitely something you want to get your hands on. So you can get that for free with a $50 or greater purchase with me in my online store, or you can purchase the tutorial for $15 if you prefer. So whichever is your preference, you can get your hand on those right away. Cultivated Creativity registration is going on now. You can see a sneak peek. Yeah, right there. So we are featuring the Framed Violets bundle this month, and I love it. I love it. And I'm pulling some products from the Violet Dream Suite. So it's gorgeous. You're definitely going to want to get that one as well. Paper sale. Who doesn't love paper sales? So this is the time to stock up, right? What cardstocks do you need? What pattern papers? I'm a huge pattern paper fan, so I love this when we have a sale. So there are select papers that just went on sale, and they're on sale this entire month. So definitely stock up on your favorites. It's a great way to make sure you have everything you need in your crafty arsenal as we move to the holiday season, right? We've got Halloween, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got fall in general, Christmas, the new year, so many things to plan for, right? Um, I also wanted to mention that we have pre-order going on for demonstrators. So it's a great time to be part of my Diamonds team, because we can get our hands on new goodies that are releasing in September right now. And Stampin' Up! Has simplified the join process. And one of the perks is this awesome. Look how big this box is. This awesome welcome box. So I'm not going to open it and tell you what's in it. Some cute stuff, right? Cute, cute stuff that's in there. So you get that as a little gift from Stampin' Up! When you join, if you're brand new to joining. If you've been a demonstrator before, there's some logistics about that. But if you've not been a demonstrator before, I would love for you, well, either way, if you've been a demonstrator before or not, I'd love for you to join the Diamonds team and join our community. We have an amazing group of people, and I'd love to invite you to be part of our inner circle. Yes? All good stuff. Yes? 25% off Paper Pumpkin. You have just a few days left. That offer ends on August 10th. So if you've never tried Paper Pumpkin before, you can get 25% off your first box. Makes a great gift, super gift. Great to take with you on travel. Great to have just every day in your craft room. And I love the fact that it's a surprise every month because it's like Christmas every single month when I go out to my mailbox. Yay! I love it. The best way to stay up to date on everything, though, is to join my email list. I do gift out a free project bundle. It's multiple projects, right? And so it's got the PDF instructions, there's pictures, all good stuff. You go to your crafty shelf, grab something off the shelf, and start creating because we've done all the hard work for you. So it is exclusive to my email list, and I gift a brand new set of projects out every single month. So come get your hands on that and sign up for my email list if you're not already on it. You can see the link in the description of the video below. All right. Should we move to our crafty fun? Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to do a card. We are going to do a little handmade gift. And it's adorable. And I think you're going to love it. I hope you're going to love it. All right, let's move the camera over and get started. Yay! All right, my crafty friends, today we are featuring the All Aflutter Stamp and Punch Bundle, and I'm pairing this with the Violet Dreams pattern paper. Love pattern paper, as you guys might know already, and we're going to make a fast and easy project today. So I got this book from my friend Rhonda Amoroso, and I've been reading it, and I wanted a cute little bookmark. And I was like, how fun would it be to make our very own bookmark that we could send to our friends, right? Something cute and sweet. And I love that this little butterfly just sits right on top of the book as it holds my place. Now, a little bit about this book. So, Rhonda's a very nice lady, and she has mixed her passion with crime, solving crimes, right? And stamping. So it's a really cute book. Love for you to give it a try. You can find it on Amazon if you're interested in giving this a try. Definitely set in the South, as you can tell by the Bless Your Heart title. And I think she's got another book that actually is before this one that I have not read. And so she calls her stampers the Orange Glow Stampers. It's so super cute. So try that out. So let's go ahead and get started on our project today. So like I said, it's fast and easy, but I love it because it's a great gift for those that read. Yeah, having a custom little bookmark. So I've pulled in a 12 by 1 inch strip, or 1 by 12 inch strip of the Violet Dreams paper. Now this paper is directional. So this is why I've chosen the dot print, because when you fold it, one side's going to be upside down if you don't do that. So I'm going to score my ends at 3/4 of an inch. So let's do both ends at 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to do it in the middle at 6 inches. Okay. So that's going to give me my folds that I need for each step of our process here. So let's just fold that in half. We're going to give this a really good burnish. So you can do this with any of your pattern papers. This just happens to be the paper I have out because it's what I'm using for Cultivated Creativity for August. So I've been making a lot of fun projects using this gorgeous pattern paper. All right, so I have folded the tops back like that, right? So a little T shape, and this in half here. I'm going to leave this open for now. We're going to close that and give that a little bit more stability. If you wanted something even stronger, you could add some cardstock in the center there. I didn't feel like I needed it, but you could do what makes you happy, right? So I'm going to bring in a piece of thick basic white. I had some scraps left over, and I thought it would be a good way to use them. And having this a little thicker is also a good option. So I'm going to start off with my detailed image, and I'm stamping this in Secret C ink. Okay, so we've got that. So like I said, this is so fast and easy. And then we're going to stamp our fill image with Highland Heather. So I wanted a purple that kind of mixed with this Violet Meadow or Violet Dreams designer paper. And I love the blues and purples together. So that's what I've chosen to do. So I'm just going to stamp that right on top. Now, if that's a little too much color for you, you could stamp off and give the butterflies a lighter feel if you prefer. All right, let's bring in our butterfly punch. So I'm going to use it upside down. Ours come locked, so unlock that. That expands the back. That's the part you squeeze. Your paper goes in here. I do like to use mine upside down. So I'm going to slide this in so I can see exactly where I'm punching. So once I get it lined up where I want it, I can just give it a slight squeeze to hold it in place, and then really squeeze to get it to punch through. And since I'm using thick white, it takes a little bit more of a squeeze. Now, if you struggle to squeeze, the nice thing about these punches is that you can slide the paper in, and you can literally lean on the table because of the flat surface here, which is really nice. So when I'm done, I'm going to squeeze and lock, and I'm good to put this back on my shelf. I've got images here and images on the top, so I can see what I've got. Yes, works great. All right, so let's bring in our paper trimmer. You could do this with paper snips, but I like doing it with my trimmer. I'm going to cut this butterfly in half. Yes, I am. Right down the center. So I'm just laying that centered on my track, and I'm going to cut that right into 2 pieces. If it's not perfectly centered, it's okay. It's okay. Give yourself the grace, right? It's handmade. It's all right if it's not perfect in all spots. All right, now let's use some liquid glue for this. I made a sticky mess on my original one. So I think this is much better to use liquid glue here. All right. And I am going to place 1/2 of one butterfly right up against that fold. And I'm going to try to center it on this layer. I'm going to clip away so it doesn't really matter. Whoops, and the other half stuck to my knuckle. Always, always, right? So I'm going to butt that together like that so I can see where I'm placing this, because I want these to look like a continuous butterfly when I'm done. So I'm just going to make sure it's on that layer nicely. I've got a little fray of, there we go, we got that off. So yeah, so I'm lined up really nicely. So I could leave this. I could totally leave that background paper behind the butterfly. So you could do it that way if you wanted to. I'm actually going to clip that away though. Let me find my paper snips. All right, so I'm going to bring in my little scissors here and just cut right along that fold, stopping at the butterfly. Same thing here, stopping at the butterfly. And then I want to trim away this excess paper. So I'm just going to take it and go right around that punched image there. And clip away that excess paper that I don't want showing. Now here again, you could have left that if you prefer. That's entirely up to you. I think it's cool to have it look like a butterfly on the end, like just the shape of the butterfly. So on the back, you can see it's continuous. So that will fold flat if you're going to mail this as a gift, right? But I love that it folds flat out on top of the book, right on top of your pages. So we're just going to clip that one as well. Cute. And I chose the largest butterfly when I punched those out. I don't know if I said that or not, but I went with the larger butterfly. You could use any of them. I just thought this one had a little more oomph to it, right? A little more excitement, a little more presence, I guess you could say. All right, let's get this trimmed away. All right. Well, let me see if I can get that off. There we go. Maybe I will trim that little bitty point right there. Just that little bit right there bugs me. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. So I am going to go ahead and adhere this closed. And I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal. Okay, and then just fold this closed. Now you could have, like I said, you could have closed it up front. I didn't because I thought maybe it would be a little easier to clip it. So folds flat, cute, right? Or you just open up that little butterfly for the top of your bookmark. So now it's ready to slide inside your book. On whatever page you want to do, slide it on in, right? And it's not going to disappear because it's going to sit right on the top of your book when it's pushed down. Yeah. Cute? What do you guys think? Will you try this? Is this something that you would use? Let's finish this up. You know what? After I did that, let's add a little Wink of Stella. Let's add a little bling a bling. Why not? I didn't add embellishments because I wanted to make sure that whoever used this, whoever I gift this to, would be able to have it flat, right? So if I wanted to ship it to somebody, put it in the mail, I could, and it would go flat. So just a little sparkle. A little bit of sparkle there. Okay, maybe I can put a lot of sparkle on there, but I love it. I love the little sparkle. So now I got a touch of sparkle. Ooh, yes. Did the camera pick that up? It's so pretty. So pretty. So now I have a sparkly butterfly, which I love. Love it, love it, love it. So easy project, but hopefully something that you can use. I think it would be great for teacher gifts, right? Do a pack of bookmarks. It would be great for any friends that read. Book club. Oh my gosh, you have a book club? What a little fun gift to give everybody their own little custom butterfly. You can use any pattern paper. You could choose cardstock, whatever makes your heart happy. All right, I hope you guys give this a try. If you're enjoying the content that I share with you, please give my channel a thumbs up. It does help me out. And I appreciate you being here with me every single Tuesday. Invite your crafty friends to join us. Yes, they would enjoy it as well, I think. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you again next week. All right. Bye for now.